Hello, everybody. Brad Pointer here with another reaction to a song that I don't think I've heard before. It's possible that I have, but this was during the time when I wasn't really listening to any new music. This came out. I saw you the videos 7 years old or so. So, you know, that's definitely in the period of musical abstinence that I'd self-imposed. And so let's see just exactly what this is about. This wasn't recommended to me by any. This was recommended by someone in real life. Said, "Oh, you should check out this. It's really moving." And I said, "Oh, okay." You know, you don't expect moving from a band called Five Finger Death Punch, but maybe that's the Death Punch. Maybe they're like, "Oh no, this is psychological." So let us jump into the wrong side of heaven. Yeah. That's a beautiful riff.
I spoke to God today, and she said that she's ashamed. What have I become? What have I done? I spoke to the devil today, and he swears he's not to blame. And I understood, 'cause I feel the same. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone.
Oh yeah.
Right or wrong, I can hardly care. I'm on the wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. The wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell.
Wow. Wow, that's powerful, man. The wrong side of heaven and the righteous side of hell. Oof. Man, oh man. Yeah. I My family has a pretty big military history. My dad said, "I'd prefer you didn't." He was. He, I think I've told you guys he was older when I was born. He was 50 years old when I was born. And that was 1972, which is 50 years ago. So between the two of us, we've spanned the century. He was born in well, he spanned a century. He didn't, but he was born in 1921 and he passed away in 2001. So yeah, last year he would have been 100 years old, but he was in World War II, and he was in the U.S. Army. He was in the amphibs. His brother, Stephen, he was served in Patton's tank corps. He was a tank driver, tank operator during the Battle of the Bulge, among other I mean, that rampage across Europe, that was, he actually had a piece of shrapnel in the back of his head from spalling, when it got hit with a shell, but it didn't penetrate. But it knocked a piece of the inside of the tank off, and it stuck in the back of his head. And they were afraid because it was so close to his spine, so they just left it. And so until the day he died in the 70s, back when I was a little kid. He had a piece of shrapnel in the back of his head. Then my uncle Tommy, he was in the North African and the assault in Italy and Sicily and all those things. He was infantry, and then my dad, like I said, he was in South Pacific. In the U.S. Army Amphibs, he was a bulldozer operator, and he like pushed landing strips on small islands, and ended up getting his eye put out and got injured. And those guys, the American people, didn't fail them, but the government did for sure. The Veterans Administration that I remember was a joke. The only VA hospital in Arkansas was in Little Rock, so Dad would have to go 2.5 hours to get free health care, even though it was, he was, disabled in the war, lost his right eye, and, had to learn to cope with that. But at least the American people, when those guys came back from the war, Dad said, if you had served, it was like, you had some kind of, your card was punched, whatever, people kind of said, yeah, okay. They gave you the benefit of the doubt in pretty much all situations where, it was different for people coming back from Vietnam, like my brother. My oldest brother, Jim, he was in the Air Force, and he was stationed on Guam during the war, fixing things, and he was a mechanic, and in the Air Force, so I don't know what he was working on. I didn't ever get to talk to him about his military service. That was something he didn't talk about, and I don't know really why. I think it was because he was a wild man, and who knows what he got up to over in Guam. But anyway, all that is to say, the American people failed the Vietnam veterans. The governments failed the World War II veterans, the military, and those, and the support for the people after the fact is piss poor. And now we're still doing the same thing. We're spending billions of dollars on the front end of buying all this cool stuff that they can kill people with, but then we don't spend nearly enough on the people. It's like, oh, sorry, we expected you to die, thanks for your service, good luck, we've turned you into a killing machine, and now we're going to set you loose on our streets, with a really probably emotionally distressed mindset that we gave you, and just good luck with that. You're tough, you'll get over it. On top of the physical damages, I think we've gotten a little better with that. I know that folks around here are now able to see local physicians, or at least there's one nearby. Um, you know, but man, just ridiculous, ridiculous. So thank you, Five Finger Death Punch, for bringing that to light in this song, and we'll just keep enjoying it. And by the way, it's a kick-ass song, guys. Good. I mean, man, the music is so good, and I love the vocals, the sound of that singer, and the vocal effects and things that are going on along with him. Man, this is really well done.
I heard from God today, and she sounded just like me. What have I done, and who have I become? I saw the devil today, and he looked a lot like me. I looked away, I turned away, arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone. Right or wrong, I can hardly tell. I'm on the wrong side of heaven, and the righteous side of hell. The wrong side of heaven, and the righteous side of hell. I'm not defending, downward descending, falling further and further away.
That was a very Queensryche guitar solo, and I love it.
Closer every day. I'm getting closer every day to the end, to the end, the end, the end. I'm getting closer every day. Arms wide open, I stand alone. I'm no hero, and I'm not made of stone. Right or wrong, I can hardly tell. I'm on the wrong side of heaven, and the righteous side of hell. The wrong side of heaven, and the righteous side of hell. The wrong side of heaven, and the righteous side of hell.
Man, I mean, come on. DAV's been around for a long time. They helped my dad with some stuff. Sorry. That last scene really got me. Really got me. Oh. And look at how many people, look at how many organizations there are to help these soldiers, because, you know, people that sent them aren't doing it. Somebody's got to. Man. Whew. But, yeah. It was a great song, man. I mean, musically. I mean, that's a really, you know, very powerful music. In all the ways. Wow. Wow. Well, thank you guys for joining me so I could sit here and bawl. But, yeah. Love those guys. I'll catch you in the next one.